Hey guys, it's Oluvids, and this time on One Heartfelt Moment, we're going to be talking about Young Xehanort. As you know, Dark Road came out recently, that finale and all that. You guys already know, so I figured now is the perfect time to do it. So if you don't know, of course, as I always say, we end up talking about our favorite moment for, said Kingdom Hearts character. This time we're doing Young Xehanort. So if you didn't answer on my, prompt, you could still answer in the comments. You could say what your favorite moment for Young Xehanort is. It could be from Dark Road or any other game that he's featured in, whether it's the chess Xehanort or the one that's, time traveling and all that stuff. Anyway, so with that out of the way, definitely leave a like and subscribe if you enjoy this video, and let's see what people in the community say. So we're going all in on YouTube this time, and the first one we got is from Xera, and he says, honestly, my favorite thing about Young Xehanort is that he's voiced by Ben Diskin, who usually plays more lighthearted characters as far as I've seen. It makes his final moment in Kingdom Hearts 3 a bit more interesting because his lovable actor is laughing like a madman about how Sora is doomed. But you have to give props to Young Xehanort for never losing his confidence even after losing to Sora, and after Woody's severe burn. Oh yeah, so I actually looked it up. He actually voiced Ben Diskin. He voiced number 1 from Codename Kids Next Door if you're into cartoons. He also voiced Joseph Joestar if you're into anime. And in terms of other games, he voiced people like Lorenz and Caspar from Fire Emblem Three Houses. So yeah, he voices a lot of good guys, and this is him now voicing a villain, and a villain who's like, a really villainous villain. He loves being the villain and all that kind of stuff. So, and yeah, like he was just like committed to his goal and wanting to make Sora's life miserable the entire time. He never like kind of switched up or felt bad for himself or anything like that. He was just like fully stuck with it. And we have Oni who said the same thing in terms of the scene with Young Xehanort going on an unhinged rant about how Sora's gonna die after being defeated and that he's from the past, so it'll be perfectly fine, and it turns out he wasn't lying. Yeah, so he's just gonna be time traveling. He didn't really die, he's just gonna time travel back to his own time. And yeah, thank you Xher and Onimax for your submissions. Next we got Xiv, who says, not like a scene, but at the end of Dream Drop Distance, best game, when you beat him but his health comes back and does the time slowing attack thingy while floating in the middle is very slay. If you guys don't remember, when you fight him, he can actually turn back time. He can heal himself, and he can just restore himself back to the beginning of the fight, which is pretty cool, honestly. Like, it was mind-blowing when I first played it. Pretty sure everyone has kind of the same reaction when seeing him literally do that. Also going to insert the basic choice of his speech to Sora in Symphony of Sorcery before you fight the bird. So yeah, Xehanort is basically like, yeah, Sora, you're soft, if you really think you're still in a dream. And he's like, oh, look at this beautiful world. It's almost like a dream, and all that kind of stuff. It's not often you see a side to Xehanort where he's just like admiring the peaceful and beauty of a world, and he's just like, okay, Sora, like, you really think you're still in a dream? This is just a test. Like, alright, I heard you were like this, but you're even worse than I thought. Thank you, Xiv, for that submission. Next one, and last one we got for today, is from Hyperami Nanashi, and he says, gotta give points to DDD for this. Despite being the main guy responsible for spewing the most controversial Kingdom Hearts element introduced, which time travel and all that, I just love his taunting the Sora in the grid in Symphony of Sorcery. And it's not about what he is talking about, but the way he presents himself as an arrogant prick, more obvious in 3, and him clearly enjoying himself. Edit, bonus points for grabbing Sora in Toy Box and needing him to not versus 13. Give material to spam. I'll get around to his normal self from Dark Road, but I'm gonna miss his DDD look. And so yeah, the Symphony of Sorcery scene seems to be a well-liked scene. He's just like, alright Sora, like, like, I tried to give you hints on what we're doing to you, but you're still not getting it, so oh well. I guess, you'll find out when you find out. You know what's nice about him? Young Xehanort is a younger villain, People like Ansem, Xemnas, Xehanort, they're all older men. They're just, like, pretty serious, committed to their duty and all that. Young Xehanort's a younger guy, and he's enjoying what he's doing. He's enjoying his, his role in all of this and his duty. I think he really enjoys, seeing his plans come to fruition, the plans he's probably thinking in his head, seeing them actually get played out, and now he, as a young self gets to help out, he's like, okay, nice. Yeah, and him throwing him into versus 13 was pretty funny. Alright, now it's down to my scene, and I will say, this one is more of a recent one, and maybe there's some recency bias, but I don't know, I just thought this one was pretty cool. It is from Dark Road, so Dark Road finale spoilers, alright. This scene was actually just like, I don't know. I just thought it was cool. So, in Kingdom Hearts Dark Road, the finale, basically there's a whole conflict with Baldur, and he got taken over by, the darkness that starts controlling people and all that. Darkness born from everyone's negative emotions, and, everyone in that society is like, purge the darkness, we're only light. They're kind of like Arrogance basically, and Balder is pretty much telling Xehanort like, hey, you know, you see how they hate people of darkness? They're gonna just eradicate anyone that's darkness. You know, you're just like me though. I know you're not pure light like those other guys. You're just like me. You have some darkness in you. And I know you know that this is not the right way. And, you know, Xehanort just walks up to him. And, you know, Eric is like, oh man, Xehanort, like, don't do it. And the Master Odin, he's like, do it. You gotta finish it, Xehanort. He's got him chained up. Xehanort literally walks up and literally, like, executes him on the spot with the Keyblade. Like, and Balder's like, no. And he's like it's crazy because, like, it's just a lot of things. For one, I mean, straight up just walking up and executing someone, your old classmate's kind of crazy. And it shows that, like, this guy Xehanort is always dedicated to his duty, no matter which side he's on. And he's the one that's willing to go to the further lengths. You know, as we can see later on as an old man, he's going to the pretty far lengths in order for his plans. Even back then, he will do it if he has to. At the end of the day, he killed him, but later on, I mean, he comes to share his ideology and all of that. And I think that might be a motivation. He probably, you know, he saw that probably got him thinking. And eventually, yeah, he was like, you know what, Balder's right. And he goes on to do all the stuff he does in Kingdom Hearts, the whole series. And just that whole scene in general, I think, was pretty crazy. And Dark Road is pretty dark. Yes, I know it's called Dark Road, but, you know, it's actually one of the darker Kingdom Hearts stories with how much bad things happen. Yeah, so that has been the video for Young Xehanort. Our all favorite scenes for this guy, this younger Xehanort. And yeah, he's pretty fun. He's gone through a lot of stuff, and he's just like, oh man, you know, like he's gone through a lot, and this guy always goes very far for what he needs to do. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. As I said, if you want to put your favorite scene or favorite moment, you could put it in the comments of this video, and I'll be seeing you guys next time.